Friends, hello, I hope you are well. Let's talk about Palantir, PLTR, ticker for that stock. Yes, it is out. Jim Cramer has put a buy rating on Palantir. Big whoop. A lot of people are making memes right now because, Jimmy has, he's got a little bit of a reputation of when he picks things, they go a little under. But he makes some good calls too. But obviously, the big broad view right now of Palantir is that it is a buy rating across the board. There is a very divided sector right now in Palantir. And yes, the thumbnail said, is Palantir going to 20 bucks? Yes, I believe it's going to 20 bucks very soon. And I'm going to talk about that. At least what I'm seeing right now, obviously I have a YouTube channel. I yap my mouth and I see a lot of, and I like to read comments of like, where people are, what they're thinking, especially like on Stock Twits, Webull, and I'm seeing a lot of the same things where we have an army of long-term investors where people have bought in a large amount of Palantir and they're like, you know what, I'm just excited for the next few years, what's going on, I'm comfortable. And then there's people that are very frantic, that are buying, like they're buying, I just sold this, K that, K this, K that. And I get that. If I see a move to make, I'll make a move. Obviously, the best thing to do in the market is to make money off the market and not lose it. And put your money that you made back into something that you made money off of. Obviously, it's a smart thing to do. But like I have said before and warned people about, is that I really think we are getting to a place with Palantir to where people are going to get really hurt and lost in the sauce with it. So the main thing that people need to know, the next quarterlies are in August with Palantir. That is so important for so many reasons. Now, when we talk about 20 bucks with Palantir, obviously, with all these deals that Palantir has recently acquired and that they should be taking in money at this point, to where it will show the breadcrumbs and what is going on right now with them financially with these new deals being in place. And I'm talking about obviously these last few big deals that they've taken on. With that too, all of these other little bitty tiny small company mom and pop big corporations that spend a few $100,000 for Palantir's resources, that Palantir has said they are busier than they ever have been. That is why people are betting the bank on Palantir right now, to where these new quarterlies that are going to come out should be the best quarterlies that have ever been seen by Palantir. They should be off the wall, explosive. So if they are, that will 100% more than likely shoot Palantir into a $20 mark into August here. 1920, I think that's a safe bet to say. I think that's just, if you've been in the market and you've watched things like this, that is just an easy assumption right now that's going to happen. Now, the other hand of that, could things go wrong? Could something not plan out the way we wanted? Could Palantir just meet quota and people are like, and we could see Palantir go back to a $14 to a $10 range. That could happen too. But from what we know, what we've been told right now, and obviously they're not lying, they can't be lying, that's fraud. The numbers should start to play out here very soon, and that is why people are really trying to get and need to get their foot in the door with Palantir, because we're sitting at $16 right now, and that's great. It's a high right now, but that will be the bad day price here soon. We could be looking at Palantir at $19, $20 very soon. What if, though this scenario out there, what if Palantir another week or two came out with some other massive deal with another company? What do you think that would do to the stock? We would be well into the 20s at that point. So, there's a lot of projections out there right now with Palantir. Why, is it going to be $20? Is it going to be $50? There's people, saying it's going to be $500, and that's great. Obviously, if you're in the stock, you love it. But like I was saying too, we have the long-term investors, and we have just the, people, they're buying this week, they're selling this week. Buy, sell, and then, I see a lot of tragedy with people that are doing that too, because they're getting caught somewhere. And My main argument with Palantir right now is that, obviously, we're in a little bubble right now where we're going to go from 14 to 16, 15 to 16 and some change. That's going to be happening. We're probably going to break into 17 if it keeps at this momentum at this point. It's doing fantastic. But there will come a moment where Palantir, if these quarterlies do come out as really good, this is going to be the missing clue, because once that happens, then corporations will probably step in. We will probably see big investment firms go, okay, well, that's the proof. That's what we wanted to see. We're going to go ahead and get in. And listen, don't be surprised. Don't be gullible in the sense of thinking that there's not big investment firms that are looking at Palantir right now and trying to get the scoop on what's going to happen before it happens with these quarterlies. So we could see, big investors, big investment firms within the next few weeks come out and say, hey, we just bought X amount million, whatever shares of Palantir. That's a very likely scenario that we could really see here very soon. And what is that going to do? That's just going to jump Palantir again. So, Monday was yesterday, Tuesday was today, we're going into Wednesday here. Yesterday, Monday, Palantir just led the market. I mean, the market was down. Palantir said, whatever, we're going. And it just kept shooting up. Today, it just held its ground. It wasn't a crazy day, but it was close to getting to 17. It was close, baby. Just a few cents off. But it held its ground. It's holding this 16 now, which is very interesting that it's holding this high 16. It's funny because the last 2 weeks, this was not the conversation with Palantir. Obviously, we had the big deals hit. Everyone was buying in. It was hyped up. We knew there was going to be a low. We knew a sell-off was coming. That was just, you weren't going to avoid that. But then, like we were all preaching, I was like, listen, this is just a buy opportunity. It's going to get away from people. It is going to get away from people. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now with Palantir. So, Freds, listen, I'm not going to say anything more. I'm not going to go over the deals and all that. I've covered all that. I think if you're in Palantir or you've looked at Palantir at this point, you can type it up. The deals are out there. They're big contracts, $500,000 here, there. There's a lot of good things happening here. This isn't a blow smoke up your rear end situation here that, we're not talking about it's going to short, it's going to squeeze here. This isn't one of those AMC situations. It's not like that. The safest situation right now with Palantir is figuring out where you would want to be. I think the safest bet with that too is that it's long-term. Long-term investing will always outshine any investor. That's just the way it is. People will do good for a while buying and trading, but if you do that, I'm not talking down anybody. That's great. I've got friends that do that. That's great. But there does come a moment where, I see a lot of those guys, a lot of my buddies, they're like, I should have stayed in. I should have stayed in. I think Palantir is going to be one of those situations where people are going to go they're going to wake up one day and they're going to go, well, oh man, I can't catch it. What's going on here? I had it at 15. I had it at 14. I had it at 16 and some change. And now it's just it's going crazy. Do you think it's going to go back down? There may come a day here very soon where Palantir doesn't go back into the teens. It's just gone. The teens are gone. They're just not there anymore. So it's a very real situation that could possibly take place here. So friends, I'm not trying to preach, even though I am. I want to see everyone do well. I really do. Listen, don't put money into Palantir just because I'm up here talking smack. This is just what I'm doing. I like to talk. I like to conversate with people. I really am wishing everyone the best of luck with Palantir here. I think, the last 5 days with Palantir, we have obviously seen a wall being built here, a stepping wall being built here. And when we start to see something like that, that is a very telltale sign that we are really getting into some new ground. We're going to be covering some new ground here with Palantir. There's more people betting for Palantir than there are betting against it, and every week that people bet against it, it keeps coming back. And now even people that were betting against Tesla, sorry Jimmy, are now saying Palantir is a hard buy. So that is very interesting. Friends, I wish all of you the best of luck. Let me know what you're doing, and I will talk to you soon, friends. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.